Lacey.
And I'm Marett.
Today we'll be discussing the controversial topic of voting laws in the United States. Laws that govern how we vote have been a subject of controversy since the concept of democracy came to be. However, with the increasing political polarization of the country, the issue has become more complex. Let's dive in.
So first things first, what kind of rules and regulations are we talking about here?
Voter suppression is a technique that some politicians have used to ensure they get fewer votes than their opponent. This includes things like reducing the number of polling stations, implementing strict voter ID laws, or enforcing deadlines for registering. While some argue all of these measures are necessary steps to help prevent fraud, others believe that it is an act of pure voter suppression.
Over the years, the United States has seen a series of changes to its voting laws, sparking debates on the principles of democracy, equality, and voter access. These changes vary from state to state, making it a complex issue. So, what exactly are some of the concerns surrounding voting laws today?
One of the main concerns is the issue of voter suppression. Critics argue that certain changes to voting laws negatively affect minority communities, students, and low-income individuals, potentially limiting their ability to cast their votes. Voter suppression is a technique that some politicians have used to ensure they get fewer votes than their opponent. This includes things like reducing the number of polling stations, implementing strict voter ID laws, or enforcing deadlines for registering. While some argue that all of these measures are necessary steps to help prevent fraud, others believe that it is an act of pure voter suppression.
To address these concerns and promote fair and accessible elections, many activists and lawmakers advocate for the implementation of a nationwide solution, the Voter Access and Protection Act, which is known as the VAPA.
The VAPA aims to establish uniform standards and safeguards for voting across all states. It encompasses several key provisions, including the expansion of early voting opportunities, the automatic registration of eligible citizens, and the provision of accessible polling locations, especially in underserved areas. Furthermore, the VAPA tackles the issue of gerrymandering, a practice where electoral boundaries are manipulated to favor one political party.
Faces its own challenges. The legislation requires bipartisan support to pass through both houses of Congress, and political divisions can hinder progress. However, proponents argue that the long-term benefits of fair elections and strengthened democracy far outweigh any short-term obstacles. As citizens, we all have a stake in the integrity and inclusivity of our electoral process. It's crucial to stay informed about voting laws and engage in productive conversations about political solutions, such as the Voter Access and Protection Act.
So, what are some other solutions? One that we have heard a lot about recently is the concept of a national voting holiday.
It wouldn't be wrong to say that having a holiday to encourage voting can prove to be a crucial step in increasing the overall voter turnout. This would allow more and more people to take part in the voting process without having to worry about meeting their other obligations such as work, school, or family.
Another effective solution that has been proposed is automatic voter registration. It's only been recently that this idea has gained widespread recognition, and it seems like it's a pretty obvious solution to the issue of voter suppression.
Automatic voter registration assumes that everyone is registered to vote when they turn 18. And if someone's information changes, such as a new address, the state voter rolls automatically update.
Speaking of voter identification laws, they refer to regulations that require voters to present specific forms of identification in order to cast their ballots. These laws aim to prevent voter fraud and maintain the integrity of the electoral process. However, they have also sparked debates regarding their potential impact on their voter suppression and disenfranchisement.
Proponents of voter identification laws argue that they are necessary to prevent individuals from impersonating others or voting multiple times. They believe that by ensuring the accuracy and legitimacy of each vote, these laws uphold the fundamental principles of democracy.
On the other hand, critics argue that these laws disproportionately affect marginalized communities, such as racial and ethnic minorities, low-income individuals, and the elderly, who may face challenges in obtaining the required information. They contend that these laws create additional barriers to voter participation and can result in suppression of eligible voters.
It's important to note that voter identification laws vary from state to state, with some states having strict requirements while others have more lenient policies. This patchwork of regulations creates a complex landscape for voters, necessitating awareness and understanding of the specific requirements in each jurisdiction.
Another solution that helps with voter suppression is same-day registration. It is the ability to register and cast your ballot at your polling place on election day, eliminating any possibility of not being able to vote due to registration issues.
Early voting allows eligible voters to cast their ballots before the day of elections. And another solution that can help address the issue of voter suppression. Early voting helps people to have more time to cast their ballots, reducing lines and improving the voting experience of everyone involved.
While it seems that all these solutions can be the key to addressing voter suppression, the topic is still a continuous issue, with arguments both for and against their effectiveness.
So, about your state's voting laws and requirements, reach out to your elected officials and express your support for fair and accessible elections. Get involved in grassroots efforts and organizations that advocate for voting rights. Grassroots movements and organizations use collective action from the local level to implement change at the local, regional, national, or international level. Remember, change starts with individuals taking action.
Well, that concludes today's episode. We hope this discussion has shed a positive light on the complexities of voting laws in the United States of America and the proposed solution to address these everyday challenges. Remember, democracy thrives when everyone's voice is heard and protected. Catch you next time.
And remember, I'm Marett.
And I'm Lacey.
And we'll catch you later out of the blue.
Wishing if you